But if there are, people shouting, your neighbors are screaming at the top of their voice, how would the poor software know that you have spoken or, you have finished speaking? It will not know. So what it thinks, you're not speaking, but other person sitting right next to you, sitting very close to you, is screaming at the top of his or her voice. There are chances, not all the time, most of the times, there are chances that software may pick their voice. As a result, the scores could be completely different in the exam. It will definitely throw some surprising errors. So if you're making this mistake, watching the image closely, writing down some keywords because some guy told you do this, you'll get your marks, it's time you step away from it. These things can be done very easily. Why you want to go in a very difficult terrain? Think about it. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome, meticulously crafted video on shocking PTE errors. Well, if you are making these errors, it's time you stop them immediately for a better score. So before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. And anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. We've shared a WhatsApp link in the description of this video. Click on the link if you're interested in joining the course. I'll be there, we will be there to help you guide you in the right direction. Alright, without further delay, let's straight away get right into the video. Let me just share my screen. Shocking PTE errors. Are you making one of this? Alright, so there are many errors that people often end up doing. Doesn't matter if you are a newbie, meaning you're completely new into PTE, or you're not and you have been through many exams already, but still you would be making this 10 shocking errors, which I'll be unveiling. Make sure you watch the video till the end. The first error is this: not clicking the next button immediately in the speaking. Let's say read aloud, beep sound came and you started speaking. You probably will finish within 20 seconds or 18 seconds or 22 seconds. But 30-35 seconds will be given to you, sir, correct? Another 10-15 seconds, extra window of time will be definitely possible, will be there. So what you are supposed to do, speak the moment you finish, click next. If you don't, some people don't click next, the moment they finish the read aloud, they just keep quiet. And they wait, the microphone will turn off automatically after 3 seconds. Ideal scenario, yes. But if there are, people shouting, your neighbors are screaming at the top of their voice, how would the poor software know that you have spoken or, you have finished speaking? It will not know. So what it thinks, you're not speaking, but other person sitting right next to you, sitting very close to you, is screaming at the top of his or her voice. There are chances, not all the time, most of the times, there are chances that software may pick their voice. As a result, the scores could be completely different in the exam. It will definitely throw some surprising errors. This is not a possibility always. I've seen people not clicking next button and still got away with a 90. At the same time, I've seen people, not clicking next button, and because of that, they have got very low score. I was one of the people who was doing this in my very first attempt back in 2018. So stop doing it. The moment you finish, click next button immediately to avoid any problems that may happen. This is the first error. Are you making this? If yes, then it's time you stop it. This has to be done throughout the speaking section. Read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, retell lecture, answer short question. And throughout every other module, once done, click next. Simple funda. Alright, so we'll quickly move to the second shocking error. Many people don't know about this. If you are a newbie, definitely you would have done this mistake. The moment you finish your essay, writing is done, right? Reading pops up. But trust me, there will be some instructions to read. Or don't do it. The timer will be automatically started the moment you click the submit and start with the reading. Reading is all about time. Correct? People will always tell me, if I had got extra 2 minutes, I think I would have got 90. I'm stuck at 72. I couldn't, get more time, because of which I got less score. So timing is a factor here. And when you have very less time given, on top of it, you are trying to read the instructions. There will be few things in the first page. Click next immediately and go to the first question, which is reading, writing, fill in the blanks. If you fail to do so, definitely you'll run short of time in the end and you complain saying, I couldn't get time. Give it a thought. If you're making this mistake, it's time you avoid it. Don't read the rules or that, this and all. The moment you come to the reading, quickly click next and move to the first question, so that you get extra time. third one, repeat sentence. This is a classic problem I've been telling people for a very long time. Repeat sentence. Some want to close their eyes, concentrate and then speak. It's okay, you close your eyes when you listen to the audio if you're used to. But before you speak, you got to open the eyes, because there is no beep sound in repeat sentence. Unlike read aloud. Read aloud has the beep sound indicating the mic is now on. Whatever you speak, the software is going to recognize, which is not there in repeat sentence. Audio ends. Please come to the next seminar properly prepared. Beginning in 2, beginning in 1. Recording starts. Now if you speak before the recording starts, then whatever you speak will not be recorded. You are speaking, but software says, boss, where is the data? Give it a thought. And this beginning in 2, beginning in 1, once the audio ends, it could be beginning in 2, beginning in 1, or it could be beginning in 1, or it could be immediately recording. That differs from question to question from our observation. So the idea is fairly simple. The moment you listen to the audio, once the audio ends, open your beautiful eyes of yours, please. Watch if the recording is on, and then start speaking. And you don't have to speak immediately once the recording is on, but yes, you can speak immediately also, or after 1 second, should not be an issue. There will be a blue bar after that also, you can speak, or before that. Once you see recording, you start speaking. But if you wait for 3 seconds, because you're following some strategy, writing the first letter of each word. Please, P, come, C, trying to decode and write. By the time audio ended, 3 seconds over, 4th second, you're starting by looking at the book and you don't know if the mic is on or not, mic is off or not. After 3rd second, microphone will turn off if it detects the silence. So all these are very, very useful. So whenever you practice, make sure you practice this way. Don't close your eyes. You would not even know when the mic is on. And don't try to write first letter of each word. If it is working for you, well and good. If it's posing you some threat, some problem, then it's best to stop it and just speak the moment the recording is on. Very useful things. If you're making these mistakes, it's time you stop making them. Alright, the next one, summarize written text. People think, okay, there's a paragraph. I cannot put the same words over here when I write. What I'm supposed to do, I have to change the meaning of it or use a synonym. That's what this Albert Einstein or Stephen Hawking brain of yours think all the time. Don't use this too much. Remember, whatever you think is wrong here and whatever you think is wrong is right here. Whatever you think is right is wrong and whatever you think is wrong is right. We are developing the AI model very soon, probably within 2-3 months. Should be live for everybody. I'll soon break the news in some time. But over there, I myself am coding there. Over there, I realized, we as a team realized, the software is different. I mean, the AI, the machine learning, the data model works different. For summarized written text, like I already told in the previous video, if you watched it, you would know it. These 3 things we gave. For a human, if we give this task and ask him to identify any 2 sentences which are related, he would obviously say, I am very tired today, exhausted right now for no reason. These 2 are equal, A and C. B says today tiring is not an option. This is in any way not related to A and C. Any layman who looks into it will tell me A and C are related. This is using our Albert Einstein's brain. But software AI says A and B are related because today, tired, tiring. So it goes with the keywords, not much of intelligence like we do. This is what I understood. Well, there are many ways with which you can train them. Cosine similarity and so many things are there. You can, if you're interested, you can log in and do it. And if you are a big, like a developer who is interested in machine learning, you can check this stuff. You can develop, but this is how, the lame AI, the raw AI thinks of. So summarized written text, if you try to use a synonym, know that your marks will go down most probably. What you're supposed to do, which I've been telling since 6 years, copy paste. Whatever is there, take 1 sentence. Take 1 more sentence, 2 sentences, between them add a connector, comma, A and D, in the end, full stop, that's it. You try to use too much of this, make sure to see some surprising scores in the exam. Alright, moving on, I hope that's quite a data. Focusing on keywords. Are you making this mistake still, even after watching many of my videos? See, image, what it has is just the topic of the image. Nothing else can be read from the image. You can check any of the AI models. Only the topic of the image it will have. Whether you speak the topic or not doesn't matter. What it wants is the fluency, the flow, the rhythm, the pitch. It is not the keywords. Well, you are giving keywords, mentally satisfying yourself, thinking, I am giving this maximum, minimum. Oh, I gave this important word. I think my mark should go up. It's just staying only in your imagination. The reality is something different, sitting very far away from you. Isn't it so? What it wants is a fluency here. Well, you can give keywords if you want, but don't focus more on it. Don't rely on it. Don't believe or don't assume, I gave keywords, I think I should get more marks. I use this template, I should get more marks. All these are immaterial to the software. It doesn't know what template is. What it wants is the flow of speech. So if you're making this mistake, watching the image closely, writing down some keywords because some guy told you, do this, you'll get your marks. It's time you step away from it. These things can be done very easily. Why you want to go in a very difficult terrain? Think about it. If you're making this mistake, avoid this. Check my describe image video. PT, Skills PT, describe image. You get so many videos, so many templates. Just follow that and finish it off. It doesn't need much attention, much practice, nothing else. Alright, so moving on. Sixth one, this is what people end up doing most of the time. Shocking error which I observed from my experience. Memorize the template. Okay, I'm not denying you memorize the template, man, but don't just memorize. You gotta write down and learn, especially if you are that person who has problem in the spelling. Not learning by writing it down. 90% of the people make this mistake. They just memorize all the such topics in all likelihood never likelihood spelling wrong. L-I-K-E-L-Y people write. It is not Y, it is I. You make this mistake and use the template. How the marks will come down? How the marks will come rather? You will, write down in my comment section saying, it is not working. Why it will not work? It will work. Only that you need to implement it right way. It's shocking error, very simple things. Memorize, okay, but write them down or identify yourselves. Become aware of what you know, what you don't know, accept yourself so that there is a provision for you to learn more. I know every word of it, no, you may not know. Likelihood spelling wrong, correct? Through spelling people write though, T-H-O-U-G-H, it's T-H-R-O-U-G-H. Like this consensual agreement, so many words people have problems, they just memorize and go there and make some 20 mistakes. Write them down, write in the notepad, then transfer it to MS Word. It will automatically identify all the spelling errors. Work towards it, write them down, revise. That's the way you learn, not just by memorizing it. Well, if you're making this shocking error, it's time you stop it. Seventh one, using one word template in essay writing, because if I write on my own, I'll make mistakes. It's okay to make some mistakes than not okay to use this one word template. Definitely marks will definitely go down. This I've been telling for many months now. There are many people still using the keyword templates, one word template, topic template. Everything template will cover 230 words. One word, one sentence, small sentence you need to write. People think if I do that I'll get marks. You don't get the marks. Remember, we have tried and tested this. If you're making this error, it's time you stop it. Writing will definitely be less by at least 10 to 12 marks. This is the newest observation, which I've been telling for the past 6 months. Avoid this, write 4 to 5 sentences on your own with a mixture of simple, compound and complex sentence. If you're not confident about it, it's time you learn it. You can join our course. Every day we have the one-to-one feedback for your write-ups. You can send and understand the mistakes. Over the time, it improves. Correct? You need to put the efforts, man. If you're not putting the effort today, tomorrow, after you go there, Australia, you need to put. Your manager will ask you, make a report, and you cannot tell your manager, I have problem in English sentences, I cannot make, correct? Give it a thought. Learn today, enjoy tomorrow. Struggle today, enjoy tomorrow. Live today, tomorrow I will struggle. That's not a great concept to abide by. Alright, the 8th one, in the reading module. People are still giving preference to choose single answer, choose multiple answer, trying to practice the repeated questions, trying to take a lot of stress and lot many things. These two will not give you any marks in the exam. Don't make this mistake. The moment you see this question, click one random option and move on. If you don't do this and give a lot of time to this, let's say 2 minutes or 4 minutes extra, two questions will be there. The 4 minutes will prove very costly to you in the end because you will complain coming out of the exam saying, oh, I couldn't get time. I couldn't complete the reading module. All this pop up, trust me on this. If I skip this, will I lose marks? You don't. That's what we think. Whatever you think is right is 100% wrong. That's what I've been learning all my life. May not be just in PT, in outside life as well. Alright, so just skip this or select one and move on. Doing that will not reduce your scores. All these modules are intentionally kept from my perspective, so that you get very low time, very less time to solve your reading fill in the blanks. Avoid making this mistake, man. The moment you see click one and move on, don't make such an error. Ninth one, highlight incorrect words. I had one student of mine long time back. Always used to get less marks in listening and reading. Writing is 90, speaking is 90. It was like very surprising for me. How come this guy is getting very low score? Then we asked him to take an official mark. There also we scanned through every module using recording. And then after more than 2 hours of rigorous research, I understood in highlight incorrect words. Instead of doing a single click, he's doing double click. Single click will highlight, double click will de-highlight. It may look very funny, but so many students who are not into much of the computers, probably, I mean, it's not about humiliation or something. It's just that the field of research is different. He could be a scientist, he could be a doctor who have not used much into computers. So sometimes people may think double click is the correct option, or some other way they would have thought. So double clicking will not give you any mark, it's just single tap, because you got to highlight the incorrect words. You single tap, it will get highlighted in yellow. You double tap, it gets de-highlighted in yellow. Maybe a simple thing, many would be laughing watching this video, but I myself have seen people doing a double click. Avoid doing it. It's gonna be a very simple error, but it has every power, potential to disturb your scores. Alright, the last one, the last shocking error for today. Write from dictation. Please don't memorize, understand. If I play the audio in your native language, Hindi, Punjabi, Gujarati, Bangla language, Sinhala language, Arabic language, you will not memorize, man. You will understand. Even if I speak 30 words altogether, you will retrace all 30 words. You can ask your friend to surprise you with some 20-word sentence. Just ask him, dude, give me one 20-word sentence, frame it and send me. You will 100% speak all or write all. In English, what is the problem? English is the problem. These people are not realizing. Ego problem. I know everything. I speak English in my office. Doesn't mean that you will be able to do this. Your approach is wrong. You are memorizing it for the fear of it. You have the fear, what if I don't write all the words? What if I miss it? So you tend to memorize. But if I play it in native language, you don't tend to memorize, you try to understand, because your listening skills. The moment you listen, you get the visualization, you get the picture, you divide them into phrases, understand them, which is not happening at all in write from dictation. This is a very simple error, shocking error, which can disturb your scores to a very large extent. Remember this, it's time you try to fix the approach in write from dictation, so that you get your better scores in your listening and writing. Otherwise, gone case. No matter how much hard you practice, 1 year I practice, it will not improve, man. Listen to a podcast and consciously understand the problem. Oh, I think I'm listening and trying to just remember. I'm not even trying to interpret what it is. The day you realize this, then the next following days will be the actual days where you practice. Otherwise, simply practicing with a wrong approach, 1 + 1 = 3, how you can expect yourself to solve a much bigger mathematical problem? Like this, so many problems are there. I was able to jot down some 10 shocking errors. If you like the video, you want a part 2 of it, do leave a comment in the comment section. I'll make sure I'll come back at the earliest. I think that's all for today. I really hope I've made an informative content. If you believe the same, like, share and subscribe, and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. Anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance, check the information in the description, click on the link, WhatsApp link, send us a message. We will guide you. Fine guys, with this I'll park it here. This is Nakul, Nakul, signing off from SKILLS PTE. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.